So I want to talk about something that's been really, really annoying me lately. This is going to be Icks About Men, but single mom version. So something that's been getting under my skin is men not understanding what it means to be a single mom. So as a single mom, a single working mom, I have my plate full to the maximum, right? I don't have free time. The time that I do have free, I just want to relax. So one, I get it, I'm single, yes. Do I want to date? Sure, if I meet the right person, right? But if you invite me out for a dinner or drinks, especially during the weeknight, come on. You know I have things to do. I'm sure you have things to do the next day. I have a child to take care of. I can't just go out late at night just whenever, right? So you have to take that into consideration. So if you're really going to invite me out, one, make it worth my time. And what do I mean by make it worth my time? Just don't invite me out to dinner and drinks. Get creative. Invite me out for an activity. Do something different. Do something that's going to be worth my time and effort. I am taking time out of my evening to meet with you, to go and enjoy your company, to see how things work, if we're compatible. I'm making an effort, so I expect you to make an effort. So don't just assume that I'm going to be able to drop off my child somewhere, because most likely I'm not. So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date. Also, offer to pay for the babysitter. That's going to make me more receptive to want to go and spend my time with you. And another thing, do not just assume that you can invite me and my daughter out. No, I do not introduce my daughter to guys. That's a no-no. So there's that. And also, don't just assume that you're going to invite me out for drinks and I'm going to show up. What makes you think that I'm going to put my safety in jeopardy by drinking and driving? So unless you're going to offer to pick me up and drop me off,
driving,
it's a no on the drinks during the week. So moral of the story is,
How's she driving,
guys, if
filming?
she's a single mom, she already has a lot on her plate. So don't add to her plate. Don't make her life more stressful. Don't make her plan out the date that you want to take her on. Like, that's not going to happen. So all I'm going to say is do better. And to everyone asking me out on freaking dates lately, literally, if the shoe fits, then it fits, okay? That's all I got to say.
Yikes. Okay.
Yes.
I don't even want to go on a date with her. Damn.
I know.
I feel like she's
She's in her masculine.
she just needs somebody who fits exactly into what she.
There's a sense
her
of
life.
entitlement there, I feel like, which is
I mean, I feel like she knows what she wants, for sure.
she wants what she wants,
She's
but she
giving beret
expects
girl.
a lot. Yeah, she's expecting way too much. Her standards are way too high,
Too
unrealistic.
much,
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, well, I mean, a couple of the things she said is she doesn't want to just do dinner and a drink date. It sounded like she wanted something a bit more elaborate. She also says you should pay for the babysitter, and she also says if you do invite me out for drinks,
Uber.
and I think,
Pay
I
for
mean,
Uber, yeah.
I maybe this is not the most charitable understanding of what she said. She says, don't expect me to even show up for the date. But I'm not sure if that's what she meant. It sounded like,
I mean, she's asking the person, whoever this video is directed to, value my time, but she's now saying in the video, I don't value yours by not showing up.
No, I don't think she meant that. I think she meant like I'm not gonna show up while like driving to the drinking place. I think she is expecting for the guy to
But
pay
then
for the
their
Uber.
invitation has been extended and she's accepting it, so she's not showing up.
I just think it's literally exactly what I was trying to say to the beret girl on the last episode. It's like not what you say, it's really how you say it that matters. And like really coming and just like bitching in someone's ear is really not going to get you what you want. So like maybe lean into your feminine and be like cute and sweet about it, it's very easy. But don't bitch, because even I don't want to listen, and I'm a girl, clearly.
Yeah, but I think it's again at the end of the day, it's like she's the one who has a child, right? It's her full responsibility. It's not the guy that potentially might full-time date her. Like, that's not his responsibility. It is yours to find and pay for the babysitter if you actually want to participate in the dating world and etc. And
I think for the first date, yeah, but I think actually I kind of do. Again, there are a lot of things she said that I agree with. However, how you say it matters. But
what do you agree with?
For the first date, like, yeah, you barely know the guy. Why? But I think it is also very sweet and kind, and it shows that you're very interested to be like, hey, like I know you have daughters, like
If I feel like
get
if
the
you offered to
babysitter.
pay for a babysitter,
that's so
I would be so
sweet.
flattered.
Yeah, that's sweet,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
don't
really sweet.
expect. But if someone does it, that's so sweet, but don't expect.
I think that's well
Yeah.
said. Yeah, don't expect it. Yeah, don't make
because
that
then
an
you're
expectation.
entitled at that point, and it's just not cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I understand you. Yeah, and also like, for me, when it comes to first date, it's like both people are trying to get to know each other. We don't know if there's going to be chemistry or not. So
Yes.
I think like, hey, let's go on a coffee date, and so see how it's going. And there's a very good open chance. If I don't like this, I could leave right away. But when you say, hey, let's do something elaborate, something in private, I think that's stranger danger, one. And two, it's what if there's no initial chemistry? Like, what about that? It's like both people are wasting their time.
It's kind of cuck territory, I think, to pay for a babysitter for a woman's
But
child
don't you?
from
I don't know.
another.
I feel weird saying
No,
this,
please
but,
tell
like,
me what a cuck is. I legitimately do not know.
Well, I'm not literally saying it's cuck, but it's like kind of to. Okay, you are basically fulfilling the provider role for a woman who has been impregnated and has a son from another man. So
That's
you're
not cuck.
basically.
Cuck
It's
is-
not
I thought
cuck,
it was
but
like
it's like
watching your
It's a
girlfriend.
stepdad.
Like, you
Yeah,
like
you're
watching
saying
them
a
have
stepdad is a
sex.
cuck.
You like watching somebody else please
A
your
cuck
girl.
is enjoying, like someone else pleasing your
That's
woman.
kinky.
No, yes, I know. I'm not using it strictly in the literal sense, but it is like, as a man, it's kind of an L to fall into the provider role. I think
But then
personally.
that's saying that a stepdad is a cuck.
I agree with
mean,
that.
Some stepdads are heroes.
I think, hey, if you want to be a stepdad, I think that's wonderful. I think it's great. However, just looking at it from a guy's perspective, if you don't have kids of your own, there are much more optimal mating choices you can make than a single mom.
I think it depends on like what your boundaries are and what you're trying to invest in. If you're really like the girl and you're super down to, pay for the kid and all stuff like that,
It's like
then
almost saying like you're open to sharing the responsibility of the kid.
it is. So it's a
Yeah.
boundary thing. If you're not trying to give that impression, then definitely don't offer. But like, if you're someone who wants to come in and like, if you go out to dinner, you're paying for the child as well, then yeah, for sure. But just be mindful and have boundaries to,
I don't know. It's just like you're provisioning for another man's child. It's like a
I
little
don't know. Guy wants
suboptimal.
to. Majority of guys don't want to do that. Majority of men
Yeah.
don't want to.
And
do
I think
that.
a lot of women probably. I
Some
don't
do
think.
though. Some do though. My boyfriend's brother did that, and his dad also did that. So like some do, and some are cool with that, but
I don't think that's actually a cock move to pay for a babysitter on the first date, because it's like you're not necessarily taking care of the child. You like, hey, I want to date this woman, so I'm gonna try to make it possible to actually date her and get to know her. I don't think that's necessarily, hey, I'm now providing for this child. You know what I mean?
I just
Sure.
feel like it's not his responsibility to have to find childcare for
Yeah, that's
his,
why-
like someone that he wants to take on a date. If she doesn't want to go on the date, then
I agree.
whatever. But if she does, why wouldn't you find your own like
I
someone to
think
watch
that's
your
why
kid?
I agree with what Julia said. I think it's nice if he does it, but it should never be an expectation.
yeah, and
Absolutely.
especially on the first date.
I agree.
That's like
Yeah, no,
ridiculous.
first.
Like he doesn't even know you. Why is he going to invest in you already?
I mean,
Yeah.
and then also if that single mother leans a bit more traditional in her values, let's say the relationship, develops, she is probably down the road in the relationship, she is probably going to look at you to be a provider
Expect that.
for the kid.
Do you think somebody should be
So-
telling you before the first date if they have kids or not?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
100%.
I think
Yes,
most
yes,
women are
yes.
pretty forthcoming about if they have a kid or not. However, I've definitely, there was one time I went on a date with a girl and she reveals it on the date, which I'm like, she was nice and everything, but it's like you ought to disclose that, I think, before
I agree.
Most
yeah.
like as
definitely.
early on as possible. So
Well, it
Yeah.
depends
I don't think
on
you
the
should hide that.
intentions though too, because let's say you're swiping up on Tinder and you're there just you're gonna go get food and you're just like down to hook up after. Like it depends on the intentions. If you're looking
she was looking for a
someone-
relationship.
yeah, then absolutely.
Yeah, I think.